Welcome back. Today, we're looking at the greatest chess game ever played. 1956, New York. Donald Byrne versus a 13-year-old kid from Brooklyn named Bobby Fischer. Nobody knew they were about to watch a legend be dismantled. This features the most insane queen sacrifice in history. Grab your coffee, hit like, and let's get into the moves. Knight to f3, knight to f6. We start with the Reti, flexible, hyper-modern, pawn to c4, pawn to g6. Fischer signals the King's Indian or a Grünfeld. He wants to fight. Knight to c3, bishop to g7. Developing and preparing to castle. Pawn to d4, castles kingside. Standard theory so far, but the tension is rising. Bishop to f4, pawn to d5. Byrne is solid. Fischer strikes back at the centre immediately. Queen to b3, pawn takes c4. Byrne puts pressure on d5. Fischer says take it and opens the line. Queen takes c4, pawn to c6. Fischer builds his wall. He's solid. Pawn to f4, knight to d7. Byrne takes the full centre. Fischer starts his counterplay. Rook to d1, knight to b6. Kicking the queen. Fischer is developing with tempo. Queen to c5, bishop to g4. Fischer pins the knight. He's not afraid of a master. Bishop to g5, knight to a4. What? Knight to a4. He puts the knight on the rim. This is a total provocation. If you take it, your centre is gone. Queen to a3. Knight takes c3. Byrne declines the bait, but Fischer just wrecks the pawn structure anyway. Pawn takes c3. Knight takes e4. Boom! Fischer rips the centre open. He's sacrificing pawns for activity. Bishop takes e7. Queen to b6. Byrne thinks he's winning the exchange. He has no idea he's walking into a buzzsaw. Bishop to c4. Knight takes c3. Another piece hanging. Fischer is playing like an engine. If you take the knight, the rook enters, and Byrne's king is cooked. Bishop to c5, rook to a8, check. The pressure is unbearable. Byrne's king is stuck in the middle. King to f1. And here it is, the moment that changed chess history. Bishop to e6, full volume. The queen! He sacrificed the queen! Bishop to e6, at 13 years old. You cannot be serious. Bishop takes b6. Bishop takes c4 check. Byrne takes the queen, but look at Fischer's minor pieces. They are monsters. King to g1, knight to a2 check. The windmill begins. King to f1, knight takes d4 check. Look at the board. King to g1, knight to a2 check. Check. Discovery. Check. Byrne is getting dizzy. King to f1, knight to c3 check. King to g1. Pawn takes b6. Look at the board. Fischer has a rook, 2 bishops, and a knight for the queen. The engine says -7. It's over. Queen to b4, rook to a4. He's just bullying the queen now. Queen takes b6, knight takes d1. Fischer is picking up every piece on the board. Pawn to h3, rook takes a2. Down goes another pawn. Byrne is helpless. King to h2, knight takes f2. Vacuum in the board. No mercy from the kid. Rook to e1, rook takes e1. Trade down. Simpler the better when you're winning. Queen to d8 check. Bishop to f8. A desperate check from Byrne. Fischer doesn't even blink. Knight takes e1, bishop to d5. Look at that bishop. Dominating the centre. Knight to f3, knight to e4. Fischer's pieces are in perfect harmony. Queen to b8, pawn to b5. Pawn to h4, pawn to h5. Locking it down. Knight to e5, king to g7. Prophylaxis, making sure there are no back rank tricks. King to g1, bishop to c5 check. King to f1, knight to g3 check. The king is trapped. The end is near. King to e1, bishop to b4 check. King to d1, bishop to b3 check. One square left for Byrne. King to c1, knight to a 2 check. King to b1, knight to c3 check. Almost there. King to c1, rook to c2. Mate. A masterpiece. A 13-year-old child just played the game of the century. If you aren't inspired by that, I don't know what to tell you. Hit the like button, subscribe for more brilliancies, and I'll see you in the next one. Get out of here.